Hi everyone, I'm Jeff Maricola, fantasy artist and illustrator, and welcome to my Muddy Colors art tip of the month. I recently finished this oil painting, and I've reached one of my favorite stages, and that is removing the tape from the border. I did want to let you know that I did this oil painting on oil paper, which is like watercolor paper. It's really flimsy, all right? And that is why I taped it down to a sheet of Masonite to give it more stability. Now, the tip that I want to share with you is a simple one, but it's one that will help you avoid ruining your painting when you're removing the tape. So to show you, I'm going to move over to my drawing table. The very important thing here is, and I'll just explain what I'm going to do before I do it. I'm going to be using an X-Acto knife to cut along the edge of my painting right between where the tape meets the painting. And all I'm trying to do is break any of the paint that has adhered to the tape, has bound to the tape like this. I'm not cutting through my oil paper. So it's an extremely light touch along the edge of the tape, just inside the edge of the tape. Just applying a little bit of pressure along that edge. Again, not trying to go through the oil paper, just trying to break that connection of any of that paint that would have dried over the week or two that I was working on this painting. And then I will do this to all the other edges. So for this edge, I have to freehand cut this without the ruler because the tape that's laid down is actually not straight. It's got a little bit of a curve to it. So while I'm cutting, I am applying pressure toward the tape away from my oil painting, so that if my blade slips, which it's done a few times there, if it slips toward the tape. Now that I have used the X-Acto knife to break that bond between the paint and the tape, it is time for me to remove the tape. I'm going to show you how I do that. It's important when you are pulling the tape off to make sure you pull the tape away from your painting like this, and keep the tape low and close to the painting surface as opposed to peeling it off high like this, because peeling it off high can also tear up some of the paper there. So keep it low at an angle. If any of you have done this before on your paintings, you know there are times when you are peeling up the tape and all of a sudden it peels up right into your painting and can ruin your painting. So that's why using that knife to cut that edge is really, really helpful. I have removed the tape from the painting, and here we have the final painting with all of its nice cleaned up edges. And again, because that's on oil paper, look at that. Look how flimsy that is. That's why you've got to tape it down to some Masonite or a piece of wood of some sort. But there you have it. That's my little tip for removing tape from your painting so that you don't destroy it. The important thing to remember is to not put too much pressure with the knife and go through your painting surface, and also be careful and don't cut yourself, okay? So I hope that was helpful to you. Thanks for watching.